Yes, I've been now sitting on the Committee for Pro-Life for a couple of years. And one of the things that we are trying to do, and the committee's been trying to do since the very beginning, is to proclaim a gospel of life. That's what John Paul II said. We have to proclaim this gospel of life, and then we have to create a culture of life. We live in a culture which is really a culture of death. And we want to make this something that where people can really appreciate the beauty, the dignity, the gift that life is, and that's what we're trying to do. We want to create that wonderful culture of life so that people can really appreciate it. So the committee is really working at that, and we try to do that through several activities and events, and those are done every year. So since 1979, the bishops have asked us to join in a prayer vigil in Washington, D.C., and to march on that day as close as we can get to January the 22nd, which is, of course, when abortion was legalized in the United States. And the whole part of that is to really create this prayer activity where people come from all over the country. We march together, we pray together, we celebrate the Eucharist. And one of the strongest forces that comes out are young people. Young people are the ones that really are attracted to this because it's a way for them to show that they are in solidarity with those who want to proclaim a gospel of life. And that's what we're really trying to do, is to achieve that. So that's one of the activities that we do annually. We also have Respect Life Month, and that's done in October. So the first Sunday in October is Respect Life Sunday, and the whole month is dedicated to life. And the bishops put out different information, different activities that can be done at the parish level, diocesan-wide, but it's all about, again, proclaiming this beautiful concept of the culture of life in our society today. So we want to make sure that life is respected from conception until natural death. And so we want to make sure that we try to indeed strengthen life all the way throughout, from the preborn all the way to natural death of an elderly person. And then we stand against those things that go contrary to life. The death penalty, obviously abortion, euthanasia, assisted suicide, those types of things go contrary to life because they destroy life. And what we want to do is we want to say, no, we want to proclaim the beauty and the dignity of human life. The other thing about young people is that they're really very energetic and enthused about this. And so they share that enthusiasm with others. And we want that joy and that excitement that they bring, because that's vitality. And that they join us in those marches is really good. In my diocese, in the Diocese of Austin, we do those marches now annually. And I've been doing them, celebrate Eucharist in the morning. Our masses are filled with young people. They want to be present. And then in the afternoon, they join us in a procession around the city. And then we go before the Capitol, and then we have a rally, a pro-life rally. And the young people are really the ones that turn out. Not just youth, but young adults as well. So from our campus ministries in the universities, they show up and they really want to be present. Walking with Moms in Need is an initiative really that is supposed to be at the parish level. We want the parishes to do this. Why? Because after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, then it became an opportunity for us to say, now how do we help those moms that maybe have an unexpected pregnancy? How do we help mothers who need assistance in parenting children, or a family that needs assistance in parenting children? And we said, we need to get to the basic level. That's the parish level. The parishes need to know that that's their commitment to helping a particular woman who is in need. And that means providing all the resources before the birth of the child, after the birth of the child, and then going forth as that child develops. That's a responsibility of the church. We can't just simply say we're against abortion. No, we're pro-life, we're pro-child, and we're pro-woman. And we have to help these women who find themselves in difficult situations sometimes and say, let's help them and assist them. And that means that's really making the gospel real. The Holy Father talks about accompaniment. Pope Francis says that many times. Accompaniment really literally means I'm going to walk with you on this journey. I'm going to assist you and help you. And it's not really just helping and assisting those that are Catholic. It's helping anyone who's in need, because that's who we are as Catholics. We welcome all peoples, whether they have a faith, a Christian faith, or no faith at all, the church says that's our responsibility because this person is in need. Christ would want us to reach out and to help them. There's an experience. We have a Catholic Charities in Central Texas, which is very active, and that's one of the great agencies that we have in the diocese to be able to assist others in many needs, whether it's through immigration services, whether it's just simply helping them with food or helping them with some assistance, with medication, some needs. But one of the specific programs that we have is the Gabriel Project parenting program. That's a very important one for us because that program is about helping moms who find themselves in a pregnancy, and we need to accompany them and assist them. And there's a woman, I won't give her full name, but her name is Maria, and Maria came to Catholic Charities. She was pregnant, and her husband had left her. And now she was carrying this child alone, and she felt very much alone and without hope. And she came to Catholic Charities because someone had directed her there. Our personnel took care of her from the very beginning. And we said, we're going to accompany you, we're going to walk with you. She had that child, and she was able then to move forward. Why? Because she was given a chance to be able to bring that child into the world and then be assisted and helped along the way. So that was, she herself expressed it as, this gave me hope. This gave me hope. So that's a personal experience of this woman who found herself in need, and the church was able to be present there and respond. And that's what I would really hope that Walking with Moms in Need would really do, is we need that type of resources and help and support to give women hope so they're not alone, so that they can always turn to the church and say, we're here for you, and we're going to walk with you, and we're going to assist you. It's a wonderful opportunity for the whole church in the United States. That plan, the Pastoral Plan, came about after years of preparation from the Quinto Encuentro. The Quinto Encuentro the process began in 2017. In 2017, we began that process and went on for 4 years in preparation, and then the plan came as a fruit of that Quinto Encuentro. But that wonderful gift now is for the church to go forth and to proclaim to others Christ, because the name and the title of it is Missionary Disciples Going Forth with Joy. That's the name of the title of the Pastoral Plan for Hispanic Ministry in the country. And so that plan is a 10-year program, if you will, a 10-year project where we want the parishes and dioceses and really the whole country to be on fire with Christ. And there's different priorities that are in that plan. There's everything from forming missionary disciples, evangelization, formation, youth, young adults, vocations, all of these things, immigration, having multicultural parishes, intercultural parishes also develop and strengthen themselves. So there's a lot there that can be done, and it's going to take many, many years, I think, to unpack that plan and to be able to put it into effect. But I think we have a great opportunity now. I think it's a great opportunity for all of us. So I'm really hopeful, ever since the bishops approved that plan 1 year ago, last June in 2023, that we now go forth and implement that plan. And that's going to require resources from the diocese, from the parishes, but it's really an invitation to everyone to come together, be formed as disciples of the Lord Jesus, and then to go forth in joy. My story as I became a priest was long, long ago, 1976. I had just graduated, went off to a retreat, and during the retreat, there was a particular moment when everyone went to the church and the lights were kind of dimmed, and we were in prayer there before the Blessed Sacrament. So it was a quiet time for all of us. And in that prayer time for me, I heard a voice that said to me, I want you to be my priest. And that really was a shock, because the first thing that I said to me, really? You want me to be a priest? Do you know who I am? Do you know what type of person I am? Do you know that I'm a sinner? That's what I was saying to myself inside. And the voice came back, I do want you to be a priest. And then so I said to God, and that's who I was listening to in my heart, was I need some sign that this is really from you. And at that retreat, there was a priest who was there. And the priest, at that particular moment that I was praying there in the church, he came over to me and he says, are you thinking about the priesthood? And that was really something that like shocked me. And here was God saying, you asked for some kind of a sign, I'm giving you the sign. And that priest came and spoke to me about that. That really was a game changer for me. So that really was God speaking to my heart about wanting me to be a priest. Then the other thing that I think was really connected with that was in my home parish in St. Francis in Abilene. That's my home parish. The priest that came there was a very young priest that came. New priest came to the parish. He became the pastor, and he began to get people involved. He got parents involved and couples involved. My own family got involved. My mother and father became involved in different ministries in the church. And the church came alive. It came alive. But one of the things that I was most attracted to in that priest, Father Gully, Bernard Gully, was his joy. And that's what really made me ask the question, if he has that joy, where does he get this joy? And I want that joy. And that was another thing that confirmed my vocation. So I attribute that to these two experiences that I had in my home parish and on this retreat.